So, if you're looking to improve your gut health without adding any extra stress to your life, then this is the perfect video for you. So, if you're excited to dive into this with me, make sure to give this video a like and also subscribe and hit the notification bell just to make sure that you stay updated on whenever I post a new video. And if we haven't met before, my name is Anna. I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach, and I especially help people to heal their gut to be free of digestive distress, fatigue, and anxiety, etc., and instead regaining their energy and simply feeling light, free, and vibrant in their bodies. And I'm gonna leave some more information on that in the description below, also together with a free guide that I have if you want even more gut health goodness. So you can grab that as well after this video. All right, so let's talk about food first. So the thing is that, in your gut, you have both good and bad bacteria. And that is exactly how it's supposed to be. However, we want the healthy, good bacteria, so that population to actually rule down there. And to make sure that it does that, we need to feed the healthy gut bacteria just to make sure that they don't starve and die. And so how do we actually feed the healthy gut bacteria? So first of all, their food. So the only thing that they're eating and feeding on is fiber. And fiber can only be found in plant-based foods. So not in meat, not in dairy, just in plant-based foods. So that is simply just a fact. So in order to be able to feed your healthy gut bacteria, you need to eat plant-based foods. And I don't want you to panic right now and think that, oh my God, do I need to go 100% plant-based, vegan? No, but you want to, as much as possible, integrate more and more plant-based foods into your diet. So I always say, a good rule of thumb is to maybe do 80% plant-based, and the rest, if you want to still keep meat, dairy, etc., to keep that at 20%. But that's also something that you can build up to. The important thing is that you're increasing your intake of plant-based foods, even if it's through by taking baby steps. So what I want to say is that you don't need an all or nothing approach for this to give you any kind of benefit. But I want to share with you what kinds of foods that your gut actually love and thrive on, so that you know what to do to actually heal your gut. But something you can do if you're very new to this and you're just starting out, for example, you could start by having, a meatless Monday. It could be that you're starting to, let's say experiment with introducing 2 new plant-based foods each week. So, just going to the store and picking up something that you haven't tried before. Or it could be that, let's say you're cutting out dairy for 2 to 3 weeks to start with, just to see how that feels for you and in your body. So these are just some examples of, what you can do to actually integrate more plant-based foods into your life without feeling overwhelmed about it. And remember to have fun with this. Adding more plant-based foods into your life shouldn't be adding more stress or be something that feels overwhelming or boring or just unreachable. Have fun with it, play around with it. And if you have one day or a week, whatever it is, and you feel like you're falling off the wagon for some reason, don't beat yourself up for it. Just leave that and get back on track again. I think having fun with this is really important for it to become something that's actually sustainable and something you're doing for the long run. And I would also say something that really helps and that I always encourage my clients to do is to remember your whys. So remember why you're doing this. It could be to reduce digestive distress, could be to have more energy so that you can, be more productive with your work, or, if you're about to set up a business, or you want to have more energy to be able to play with your kids more, whatever it is for you, start to think about what your whys are. Could be to have less anxiety. Again, whatever it is, focus on the whys for you. And something that I also tell my clients is to put up your whys somewhere where they're actually visible. So if it's in the kitchen or the living room, the bedroom, you can put them up and have them there as a reminder. So, food is not supposed to control you. It's something to be enjoyed and something that is nourishing your body so that you can actually live the life that you want. So, with that said, what is one thing that you can do this week to increase your intake of plant-based foods? All right, so the second thing that I wanted to talk about is stress. Mainly because stress alone can actually trigger gut issues. So stress management is really key when it comes to healing your gut. And this doesn't mean that, you need to meditate for 2 hours a day, that you need to have regular spa visits, or that you can never stress, not at all. But if you are having a life where you're in this constant go mode, you're, constantly feeling stressed, and, that you never have space and time to wind down properly, that's when it can be really important to start looking at some easy and easy to use stress management tools. And most importantly, you want to start prioritizing yourself and your well-being. And speaking of easy stress management tools and very powerful ways to relieve stress, breathing alone can be amazing. So what happens is that a lot of times usually when we are stressed, we tend to breathe into our chest. You can even feel this, like if you are, in a stage where you're very, very stressed out, and if you start to focus on where you're breathing, you'll feel that you're actually breathing into the chest and not into the belly. So simply shifting the focus. So instead of breathing into the chest, you want to breathe into the belly. And I have a separate practice on that, which is very easy. It's just a short 5-10 minute practice that you can do. So I'm just gonna leave that in the description below and also up here, so you can just check that out after this video. And another thing you can do is to simply take longer breaks. I spoke with a woman the other day, and she mentioned to me that she was just during the day that she was always feeling very stressed out. And she mentioned that one of the things was that she felt that she never really took proper breaks or long enough breaks. So for example, during lunch, she always just took half an hour and didn't really feel that she could probably wind down and regain some energy. So a very easy thing that we decided on was just for her to increase that break to 60 minutes, and also making sure to take 5-10 minutes within that hour to also go out and get some fresh air. These small tweaks can really make a huge difference, and it's also important. It might feel challenging to do it in the beginning, but that's why it's also important to actually schedule it in. So as you would schedule in a meeting, whatever it might be, schedule in that time for you and just stick to it. When we create new habits, it's always going to be more challenging in the beginning, but you want to stick with it to really feel what happens and the benefit from it. And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring up this example is that it's so easy to kind of just keep pushing a lot until as long as you're not feeling any consequences from it. But when it's actually too late, it can be very challenging to get back on track again. So Taking breaks, taking time for yourself and your well-being is not a waste of time. It's not gonna take away any productive hours. If anything, it's only going to add to it. All right, and the third and final thing that I wanted to share with you is around exercise. Exercise and movement doesn't only make you feel better in general, it's also really important and good for your gut health. You know, if you don't move, your gut doesn't want to move either. And studies now also show that exercise can also support the increase in production of healthy gut bacteria. And a healthier gut means better digestion, increased energy, healthier skin, better mood, less risk of getting things like cardiovascular disease, and the list goes on. So there are so many reasons for taking care of your gut. And when it comes to exercise, the important thing is to find something that you love doing. If you hate going to the gym, then don't. There are a lot of other things to do. You know, if you enjoy just having a solo dance party at home, if it's going for, you know, a 30-minute power walk, if it's swimming, whatever it might be, the important thing is that you're getting some movement in during your day. Doing what you love to do is the best way to avoid any overwhelm or additional stress. So tell me, what is your favorite way of moving your body? Let me know in the comments below. And for more natural remedies for gut health, I have a free guide for you that is packed with goodness, so definitely make sure to grab that. I'm gonna leave the link to it in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really love it if you could give this video a like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway was from this video. And with that said, thanks for being here, and see you next time.